In Indonesia, there is a mystical world, unchanged for millions of years, hiding many secrets. It is a dry, barren land where only a few survive. For centuries, legends spoke of monsters roaming the hills, and now we know those stories are true. The Komodo dragon is a modern-day dinosaur at the peak of its power. On the few islands it lives on, space is limited, forcing these giant lizards to live close together. Flores, Komodo, and Rinca islands in eastern Indonesia are called the land of living legends. Here lives an ancient, fearsome creature found nowhere else in the world. Locals call it Earth Naga, the spirit that protects the island. For generations, stories about it have been passed down through words, mixed with the sounds of wind and waves. Science proved the legend real. The Komodo dragon is the largest meat-eating lizard on Earth. It can grow up to 3 meters long and move with heavy, controlled power, like a surviving ruler from prehistoric times. Today, more than 3,000 Komodo dragons still roam these islands. Their hunting style combines venom, strength, and patience that few predators can match. With sharp teeth, strong claws, and sudden bursts of speed, they are extremely effective hunters. They mostly live on Komodo Island and nearby regions, where the harsh environment has shaped them into perfect survivors. If you meet a Komodo dragon, staying calm is critical. Sudden panic can trigger aggression. Long sticks, pepper spray, or non-lethal deterrents like rubber bullets may help keep distance safely. At night, they move into farmlands. They walk through crops looking for food. They attack goats, chickens, and sometimes even cows. For some farmers, a single night visit can destroy their entire source of income. Animals they may have raised for years. Many farmers wake up to broken goat pens, torn fencing, blood on the ground, and silence where their animals once were. In 2017, a fisherman on Rinca Island was attacked while working near the shoreline. He survived, but suffered serious injuries. Across different villages, families have also lost livestock worth months and sometimes years of hard labor. At first, farmers tried to chase them away. They used loud noises, fire, and homemade traps. But adult Komodo dragons, some weighing over 70 kilograms, easily broke wooden fences and damaged weak cages. How can farmers and villagers protect their land? Prevention becomes the first defense. Strong fences must reach at least 2 meters high, with deep foundations so dragons cannot dig underneath. The material needs to be heavy and durable enough to resist their force. Keeping farms clean, removing animal remains, and avoiding strong food smells also helps. Bright lights and loud sounds can reduce nighttime visits. In villages near Komodo National Park, dragons have also approached homes. Children have been chased. Older villagers sometimes refuse to leave their houses at night. Even tourists have been attacked when they stepped off safe paths or tried to take close photos. Eventually, many villages had no choice. They contacted wildlife officers and trained response hunters, not to destroy the species, but to handle individuals that repeatedly entered human settlements. To protect villagers and visitors, local authorities introduced controlled intervention programs. These focus on reducing dangerous encounters in high-risk areas where people live or travel. Only specific dragons that show repeated aggression are targeted. In such situations, professional rangers may use controlled firearms under strict laws and supervision, ensuring the overall population and ecosystem remain balanced. 3 helicopters were sent from regional wildlife and security units. Alongside them, 3 large vans and buses arrived carrying trained wildlife officers, park rangers, and special response hunters. This was not an ordinary hunting team. They were government-authorized professionals working under strict conservation and safety regulations. Their mission was not to eliminate Komodo dragons, but to deal with the most aggressive individuals, the ones repeatedly invading villages, attacking livestock, and threatening human lives. Before action began, drones and ground teams monitored the area. They tracked dragon movement patterns, marked locations of repeated livestock attacks, and identified which individuals kept returning again and again. The helicopters allowed these teams to reach hills, forests, and remote zones beyond road access. The teams used various tools, including dart rifles for tranquilization when relocation was possible, specialized wildlife control firearms for critical threats, protective riot-style shields, reinforced steel cages, and tracking equipment. When possible, dragons were captured alive using heavy steel traps baited with meat. Once secured inside, the cages were locked using reinforced bars and transported with crane systems mounted on trucks. These relocated dragons were released deep inside protected conservation zones, far from human settlements. Villagers have also tried using large wooden or metal traps baited with meat to catch smaller dragons. However, fully grown adults are often too strong for most local equipment. Although the use of force remains controversial, it is sometimes considered necessary in extreme situations involving immediate danger. All operations are monitored by conservation officials to make sure safety and wildlife protection stay balanced. The long-term goal is coexistence, protecting people while preserving Komodo dragons, which still play a crucial role in the ecosystem. Even today, authorities continue patrol missions, install stronger barriers, and train communities on living safely around these animals. Tourist zones now have increased security, warning systems, and controlled tour pathways. If you support using guns to control Komodo dragon populations, leave a comment with number 1. If you disagree, leave a comment with number 0.